Half a day, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us today. We're here to present resolution number 69-35 to some very special ladies who represented Guam at a recent conference. And so I have with me today my colleagues, Senator Kelly Marsh-Titano and Senator Sabina Perez. And I will ask Senator Sabina Perez to begin reading the resolution, and I want to invite our honorees today to come up and join us here. Okay, come on, ladies. Okay, yes.
Welcome to the legislature, and I'm so happy to present this to you. This is a resolution relative to recognizing some amazing women, Maneka de Oro, Nadine Sungeni, and Carolyn Harullo, on being selected as Guam's delegates to the 2019 Young Pacific Leaders Conference held in Suva, Fiji in March 2019. Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Imina 35 na Legislatura en Guahan, whereas Maneka de Oro, an educator, community organizer, peace activist, and historic preservation professional, Nadine Songeni, a project and administrative assistant of Humanities Guahan, and Carolyn Harullo, youth mentor, environmentalist, and educator, were selected as Young Pacific Leaders to attend the 2019 Young Pacific Leaders Conference held in Suva, Fiji in March 2019. And whereas Young Pacific Leaders is a youth leadership development program developed by the United States Department of State, and Ms. De Oro, Ms. Songeni, and Ms. Harullo joined with 40 other applicants from across other Pacific islands. And, where shall I use this?
Whereas the YPL network includes emerging Pacific leaders from Australia, the Cook Islands, Fiji, the Federated States of Micronesia, Solomon Islands, Tonga, Tuvalu, Vanuatu, Wallis and Futuna, and the American-affiliated Pacific Islands, including American Samoa, Guam, the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, and Hawaii. And whereas the YPL program started in 2013, and since then, it has held 5 regional YPL conferences in various locations, including American Samoa in 2013, Independent State of Samoa in 2014, Auckland, New Zealand in 2015, and Honolulu, Hawaii in 2016 and 2018. In 2018, the YPL Small Grants Program was launched, providing seed funding to implement 12 innovative projects conducted by 36 YPL members throughout the Pacific region. And
whereas the Young Pacific Leaders Conference fosters connections between new YPL delegates and past alumni to develop a regional network of young leaders, conference sessions led by experts from across the Pacific provides the knowledge and skills for conference participants to address challenges related to the 4 YPL program pillars: civic leadership, environment and resource management, education, and economic and social development. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Iminay 35 na Legislatura en Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the Legislatura en Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize Maneka de Oro, Nadine Songeni, and Carolyn Harullo on being selected as Guam's delegates to the 2019 Young Pacific Leaders Conference held in Suva, Fiji in March 2019. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to all 3 of you and to our Honorable Magahaga Lourdes Elian Guerrero, duly and regularly adopted by the Committee on Rules of Iminay 35 na Legislature in Guahan on the 25th day of March 2019. And it's signed by our Speaker, Tina Rose Munya Barnes, Committee on Rules Chairperson, Regine Biscoli, and myself, the Legislative Secretary. So we'd like to present each one of you a copy of the resolution. There you go. And just to express our sincere appreciation for representing our island and to tell you how proud we are of all of you, that Guam was represented so well, and we saw the news of what you all were doing, the exciting work that you did, and we'd like to give you an opportunity to share a little bit about your experience in Fiji, if any of you would like to talk.
Buenas Hapade Guahusi Manyaka Dioro. I'm honored to be here today and also honored to have my grandmother Isabel Borja Santos here supporting me and to be again reunited with Nadine and Carolyn. And thank you so much to Amanda, Sabina, Speaker Tina, and to Kelly, Dr. Kelly, for thinking to bring us here together and to give us this resolution. The time that we had in Fiji, which was just about 2 weeks ago, was transformational, I think, for everyone involved. Being a part of a group of like-minded individuals who are committed to their communities, committed to their cultures, committed to seeing our Pacific region progress in a peaceful and prosperous way was incredibly fulfilling and meaningful in ways that I don't even think I've really unpacked yet. One of the biggest takeaways for me, and I don't want to hog the mic or anything, but one of the biggest takeaways for me is really understanding further the plight of our political status and in ways that which Guam and the Marianas and other U.S. territories are not able to fully extend our sovereignty over our lands. We were invited, one of the most profound experiences for the entire conference was being invited to do a mock forum at the Pacific Island Forum, which is an organization that's been in existence since the 1970s, and all the other island nations are represented, and their heads of state go and attend meetings, and they come up with collective action for the region. And to see that being around this huge table with all these island nations and to not see Guam present and the Marianas present was kind of disheartening to know that there's all these great opportunities for our region to come together and that we're not even allowed to be at the table was definitely insightful. Also just seeing everyone being proud of their culture, being proud of their language and practicing that and sharing that was also really a beautiful experience. Kind of like an extension of the FestPac experience that we all felt here in Guam, and it was really lovely. I know some of the people that were at our conference are definitely going to be heads of state for their nation one day, and having these connections and sharing the conditions of Guam and the Marianas and Palau was definitely an honor, and I hope that we brought our islands great pride.
Tiro Raranim. My name is Nadine Songeni, and it's definitely an honor to be recognized at such a prestigious level here at the legislature. This is definitely my first time inside this space, and what a wonderful way to be the first time. I thank the ladies for this wonderful recognition through this resolution. It was such a great experience going to Fiji and representing Guam as a Pacific Island nation, home to many other Pacific Islanders within the area. So it was a nice way to teach them about our beautiful islands of Micronesia. And it was important for me to bring my dual citizenship of being Portuguese and American US citizen to the table. And such a great learning experience. And I hope that we continue to connect and network with all the other great leaders, young leaders from the Pacific and then within our own community here in Guam. Thank you.
Hafa everybody. First and foremost, thank you very much. I learned from the best. She has been somebody that I looked up to for a long, long time as an educator and as an environmentalist. So this trip was very interesting for me because I finally got to meet people who were like-minded, as Manieka said earlier. They're very like-minded, and there was no real negative anything when you talk about your ideas or when they talk about theirs. We had the opportunity to network with people from all over the South Pacific and then a few from the North Pacific. It was a shock to find that there was very little representation from the North Pacific. You're looking at half of it. So we're hoping that us going and us applying for the small grant, that we get more people involved, because there are a lot more youth, not just us, who will do well at these conferences. So we are going to spread the word. I've started spreading the word, and I'm hoping that more kids get this opportunity. Not kids, more youth. Youth is 25 to 35. So we're all youth. So all of you are eligible. You're eligible. You will be great. But yeah, thank you so much for this. I'm truly honored. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. We are extremely proud of you, and to see three very bright, strong females. You are my peers, and I'm so proud to see you that you represented our island so well, as I said earlier. And we hope that you bring all of these skills and all these things you learned and the networks that you built back home here to Guam, and that you continue to share those with our community. And like you said, we really encourage others who are eligible to partake in this to go out for it next year. So Situus Masi, and I also want to recognize Speaker Tina Munya-Barnes, who joined us here today for this special day. So Situus Masi, ladies, and congratulations again. Thank you.